Hey, what's happening, McBride? How are you? How are you? How are you? I am Keita J. And this is the Keita J Reveal Show. Yes, it's the Keita J Reveal Show while I drive to my destination. I know you guys are there, but people are going to be coming on eventually. I hope everybody's having a grand day. If you haven't heard about the incident that happened in San Francisco today, the UPS driver, the UPS employee, he was a driver. It was a massive shooting in San Francisco at the UPS headquarters. And I was just reading the info that was listed, and it said that the employee filed a grievance, stating that he was working too many hours, right? The employee was working too many hours with UPS. And the employee went to management and told management, hey, I'm working too many hours. And, basically, mentally, it was bothering him. Hey, Eagles, how are you? So mentally, it was bothering him that he was working so many hours that it led to a meeting this morning. They were having a meeting, and he fired off shots in the meeting, killing 3 of the people that were involved in his grievance, right? I don't know if some of you guys have heard about it, but I always say, listen, when you are going through something, people will not understand what you're going through until it's their turn to go through it. I can attest to it. I can tell you guys, I've told many of you about my reasoning for leaving an HR job. Hey, Untamed, how are you? I hope you're having a lovely day. I haven't seen you on in a while. I know I've been missing in action, so some of y'all probably didn't know if I was coming back on or what. But I've been doing my little shows on here, and I come on when I have something to talk about, right? So I can attest to, whatever, probably similar. I'm not going to say everything that he was going through, but I'm telling you, jobs and some of these supervisors don't have your mental. I missed you. I just came back 3 days ago. Oh, okay. You took a mental break too. See, here's the thing. From anything, you're going to have to take a mental break because things drain the hell out of you, right? And I'll say, people, if you don't really enjoy what it is that you're doing, you're going to have to take a mental break. You're going to, it's going to get to a point where you're going to feel like you're suffocating sometimes. And people will not understand that, they have not gone through it. And that just, feel like, oh, I got to make some money. I got to take care of my kids. No, you got to take care of you first. If you don't take care of you, you can't take care of the kids. If you don't take care of your energy in your body, and it's not transcending properly, guess what? You're not going to be able to take care of anybody. And I can tell you right now, this guy that worked for UPS that shot those 3 people, he couldn't take no more. Working will kill people. And folks don't understand that. I'm not saying don't work a job. That's not what I'm here to tell you guys. I'm here to say people have gone postal on jobs for many reasons. Not just because, the supervisors messing with them. Maybe because sometimes supervisors don't understand. Some supervisors are not even trying to understand you as an individual. They just want to, wave their little ruler. You know how you were in school? How they would wave the little ruler and point the ruler at you just to tell you what to do. Because some people love authority and they just can't help themselves. Well, guess what? this is what happens, okay? This is exactly what happens. It gets to a point where people cannot, and I repeat, cannot deal with certain situations anymore. So they get to a point where they're numb. You get numb, and then you don't, nothing else matters to you. You can have kids. Hey, Mystery, how are you? You can have kids. You can have kids. You can know that you have to take care of your family. But it hits home to me because when I left my job, people didn't understand. People didn't understand why I left. They were like, oh, you are crazy to give up your job and the money that you're making. Oh, no, I'm crazy if I stay. I'm crazy if I stay. I'm not crazy because I want to take a mental break, okay? Because I want to get my mind back in order, and I want to know who this person is that's in this body. You know, this body that I have, this nice voluptuous body that I have, to know the person that's in this body. This is my shield, okay? But down underneath, there's a lot more that comes with my covering. There's a lot more under here. So people don't realize that you have to take care of mind and body. They're one of the same. We have to take care of that. It's hard. And I can tell you, I dated a guy that worked for UPS, and he worked too many hours. They don't even have time for themselves. Like, they're constantly working. If you know anybody that drives a truck for UPS, you will understand that it's really hard for them to have downtime. Yes, they work so many hours. It's crazy. It's to a point. You talking about driving, lifting boxes, walking. Okay? From Maryland. It's the Kita J. You late, Mystery. Talking about some live from Maryland. It's the Kita J Reveal show. Now, you know, daggone well. But I appreciate you. You know I do. And thank you for coming over. Mental break. Exactly. Hold on, let me say that. And here she is, your hostess, Kita J. Hey. So you get to know who you are again. And it's so sad that these people had to die today. He even killed himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't wish none of this on anybody. It's hard working a 9 to 5. It's really, really hard working for people and the authority that they like to throw at you. And if you're not functioning properly, they just want to give you the boot. Or they ready to throw you away. They don't even want to give you a chance. They just want to say, hell with that person. Should we get rid of John? I think we should get rid of John. John's not working out. I didn't call. I wasn't going to do anything today, but then I decided to come on because I felt the need to talk about this. It's a lot of this that has been going on lately. It's a lot of it. It's a lot. It's a lot of it. And the funny thing, I just had an over the phone meeting yesterday, about relocating possibly to San Francisco. Now, I don't know if it's going to happen yet, but it's in the works. But I had a meeting yesterday with someone speaking about me moving to San Francisco, possibility, right? And then today I look on Google and I say, what? Hold on. Somebody just got killed? And then I went to go look at the story, and it's because the guy filed a grievance and the manager wasn't listening to him. The managers or whomever he filed with. Hey, Melinda, how are you? The managers that he filed with weren't considering the grievance. Oh, it's very patchy? Okay. Well, I'm parking right now, so hopefully it gets better. So the managers weren't taking into consideration the guy's grievance that the time off that he wanted, right? So he wanted time off, and I don't know, I guess they denied it, and he filed a grievance because he had told the manager, hey, I can't do this right now. You know, I'm working too many hours. It's becoming, you know, if somebody come to you, listen, if somebody come to you as a worker, as an employee, I think I always look at employees like, I mean, not employees, employers. I look at employers like people are working for you. Actually, it's a partnership. They're working for you, but you're benefiting them in some kind of way. You're benefiting them because the recourse is that they're getting money, you know, in exchange for the work. So you're helping each other out, regardless of how people want to look at it. It's a partnership, right? Now, my thing is this. If you have an issue with certain things that may be happening with your employees, because I know when I worked for the federal government, we had, I forget what was called. It was like an employee, what was it like? An employee, I forget exactly what it was. But you could actually go in and talk to a counselor, you know, so you could sign up to talk to a counselor about anything that was going on in your life. But unfortunately, you know, sometimes you have to be careful with things that are attached to your job, because people can pull that information as soon as something happens. You hear me? So you really have to be careful what you are doing when it's attached to your job. That's why some people when it's mental, something's going on with them mentally, you know, a lot of times people will pay somebody else elsewhere because you don't want that attached to the job you work. Just know when something happens, hey, sorry for missing. Oh, that's okay. Hey, how are you, Goofy? How's it going? So just know that if anything were to happen, that at any time they can go to whoever, you know, whatever link they have that's attached to your job, and they can say, well, this is what she reported, or this is what he reported to me. You know, if you're suicidal, just know, do you think they're going to keep that to themselves? Hell to the no. If you're suicidal, your manager is going to know that you're suicidal. Although they tell you that it's sounds like it was preventable. They only needed to listen to him to take it seriously. Right, and that's my point. It's like, are you willing to accept responsibility for your employee? If your employee comes to you with an issue and you're not trying to correct it, you're basically like, no, you can't. No, we can't give you time off. No, we can't do this. You know, and I was taking time off my job. You know, when I was working, I was taking time off, and I had never been taking time off of a job the way that I was at this last job. I didn't want to go. I didn't want to be there. I was going to get notes from my doctor. I did not want to be there because they weren't listening to me, but they were listening to other admins that worked there that I was working with at other stations, and telling them, you know, the admin was telling, well, she didn't do this or she didn't do that. Okay, I made a mistake. Something happened where a person makes a mistake and you hold them damn accountable for everything. I mean, you gotta have some accountability, but find the root to the issue, because evidently there's a root to the issue, that something's unbalanced. Something needs to be taken care of. Something needs to be handled. And a lot of times people are not looking at it in that fashion. They're looking at it like, okay, well, you signed up for this, so now you got to deal with the consequences. Who knows how long that guy had been working for the company? He probably just at a point where he was just getting stressed out and he just had to take some time for himself. It was just too many hours. And like I said, it is excruciating the hours that they work at UPS. It's ridiculous. You know, and like I said, I'm not condoning the behavior, but there are a lot of people going through stress. It's a guy, listen, it's a guy that croaked at his job, okay? A guy croaked at his job at the desk. People came to work, and I don't even think he left. It makes it hard to open. Exactly. Because it's like, are they listening to you, or are they considering what you're saying, or are you just speaking on deaf ears? Are you just speaking on deaf ears? It's hard to even know what's actually going on. But how would you be able to deal with that situation? You know, if your employee comes to you and your employee is telling you, I'm having a hard time today. People literally have to go to work to prove that they're sick. You have to go to work and fall out at your job because to prove to your supervisor that you're sick. You have to get up out of your bed. If you don't have, sick leave or whatever, you have to get up out of your bed. You have to take your sick body to work. Hey, Nikki, you have to take your sick body to work. Okay? So you take your sick body to work, and guess what? Your supervisor has to see that you're dizzy. Has to see, and I was never one of those people. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry, but I've never been one of those people to say, oh, I'm coming in, I'm coming to work, and I'm gonna let you see that I'm sick. I'll tell them, well, you just gonna have to write me up. That's what I told my supervisor. I told my supervisor a couple of times, you just gonna have to write me up because I'm not coming in. And that's exactly what I said. And because I feel like, you get but so many days. Who's to say that you're sick or not? But then you come to work, or on your way to work, you get dizzy, you fall out, anything can happen. I had a supervisor who wouldn't let me get tampons. She told me to use paper towels. I quit. Exactly. Hey, Marcel, how are you? What? Marcel came? Oh, I can't believe my bro came over here. Finally. Maybe because I came to his replay today. I came to your replay today. That's why you over here. But it's like you're a child. Exactly. They treat you like you're a child. They treat you exactly like you're a child at a 9 to 5. A lot of supervisors, some of them are young. You know what I'm saying? Some of them don't have leadership skills. And this is exactly what they do. They come in, don't know how to lead, don't have any, all it is authority. Let me write you up for everything. It's just like a teacher having a yardstick ready to fan your behind. It's crazy. It's, and for your supervisor not allowing you to get tampons, which is a need for a woman, that's ridiculous. Women have moments. Hey, Dana, how are you? Women have moments where, we go through probably more than guys. You gave up on apps. Let me build you a real one. Who gave up on apps? No, I didn't. As a matter of fact, I am going to get an app. If anybody wants to get an app, let me say this. I'll talk to you, Marcel, about that app. I told you the app wasn't working for me because I could not do what I wanted to do. So now that I have my, that I'm doing my show on here, I don't want to do Periscope much anymore because it's been messing up so much, So I know YouTube Live is popping. So I've done some on YouTube Live, but the thing is, I couldn't see the comments, as you know. I had to report to the people to let them know that, you know, it wasn't showing the comments. You was asking, okay. I'll talk. I want a new job. What's the problem, Dana, at your job? What's the problem at your job? What's the problem at what? It's really, really crazy. I have my own server now. I can build you an out with your own server. Okay, I'm gonna call you, Marcel. Probably tomorrow. I'll try to call you tomorrow. I got your number. I got it. It's on my I'll call you tomorrow. You'll only do my app. Okay. Hey Taz, how are you? Thanks for joining. The connection is bad. Listen, I don't know why. I'm usually, when I'm outside, my connection is great. Okay? I don't know what's going on. My connection is always jacked up. Hush up. Hush up. My connection is always bad. I don't know if it's something with Periscope. I don't know why. I'm still going in and out. How come they on here? You the only one. That might be your connection. You talk about mine. That might be yours. Okay? Talking about, that's your connection. Okay, we'll talk. I'll call you, Marcel. I'll definitely call you. But, and make sure you guys, if you haven't already, make sure you guys check out my bro, Marcel. He does some great characters over there. He and I are kind of similar, you know, in a sense, because we get each other, you know, as far as characters and all. But, you know, he does his thing and I do my thing. You got to bring joy into your life, because I'm telling you, a lot of us are sitting on, some of us sitting on gold mines. I'm talking about as far as personality wise. Some of us we could be making money off of our personality and don't even realize it. And I think that was my problem. I'm not saying I'm sitting on a gold mine or anything. Oh, Marcel, I gotta tell you, you about to, okay, got you. I might be moving closer to that area. I gotta talk to you. I'll let you know though. You miss me. Oh, I've been busy. So I only get to really come on, you know, here and there. If the connection is messed up, leave it. Oh, it works. Is it working? Is it working for you, Nikki? Because I know a couple of people been in and out, and you know, I don't know what the problem is. I guess it's probably not that great in this area. I'm still your little sister. Why? Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I received that message. So, you know, we're sitting on personalities that we can be doing so much with, and don't realize that we can be doing so much with our personality. Listen, you meet people by the way they see you a lot of times. Okay? You meet people by the way they see you. People tend to... I'm going in and out. Okay, I don't know why. I have no clue why I'm going in and out. You said restart. I left out and came back. Oh, it works fine. So if you guys go out and come back, Nikki said that it works fine when she goes out and come back. So maybe it's oh, I'm fine. Okay, thank you guys. But I got just go out and come back and see what happens. So, you know, as I was saying, sometimes we're sitting on personalities that we don't know that we have, because the jobs that we have takes away. Okay, I'll call you. The jobs that we have takes away from our personality. It takes our uniqueness away from us. You know, some people can handle, you know, those jobs where, you know, supervisors are so demanding and things like that, but everybody can't deal with that pressure. You know, everybody can't, everybody's not here for that. So It can be a weakness for some people because actually you're not even supposed to be in that environment. We're not supposed to be in those environments. Jobs can be very draining because I'm gonna tell you, the demand of the job can be very draining. The paper pushing can be very demanding. The time, you know how they say have time management. We're not supposed to be on any time here. We're not even supposed to be on time. Time is not even supposed to be a big deal for us humans. So I don't know why it's that way. And don't use any of my... You have to start, Dana. You have to start using your skills. I'm telling you. I left the job. I was making 80,000, okay? I was making 80,000. I left that job and I said, you know what? I don't know what's going to happen, but I know this is not for me. And I left. I'm not saying that I wouldn't go back, but at that moment, I had to leave. I had to do something that I felt was better for my spirit at the time. That wasn't in my spirit. It's not skipping in the preview. Oh, it's not skipping anymore? Okay, great. So I had to do that for myself. And sometimes we don't look at how we need to take care of ourselves because we're so busy trying to please everybody else. And I just had to take a deep breath and say, you know what? I started taking yoga. I left one job, went to another, right? Thought that job was going to be better than the last one and ended up not being better than the last one because I was dealing with a little bit of stuff on the last job. You know, it wasn't as much as the other one. Sometimes we got to be careful what we ask for, too. You know, you might ask for something and don't leave, enjoy you. Exactly. You have to leave. No, you saying don't leave what? The job? Sometimes you have to leave. You have to, look, if you can leave a relationship, that job is a relationship because you have relationships on the job. You have positive and negative relationships in your life. It's going in and out. Lord have mercy. Help me. Help me. Do I need to pull out my crystal? Maybe my crystal will help. Help me charge this phone. Let me see my crystal. Let me see. Hey, lovely, how are you? Let me sit my crystal right here on the phone, y'all. See if that a positive charge can go through the phone. So it's in and out. It's still in and out. Well, I'm stopping to get me something to eat. And a martini. Not a martini, but a margarita. Not selfish to take care of self. Exactly. You must take care of yourself first. You know, this man killed other people that I'm quite sure had families, you know, had kids. Well, we all have a family. You know, they all had families, you know. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. And it's just sad that one day you're here, the next minute it's a senseless crime, and you just don't know why. You can't even wrap your fingers around it. Oh, it's a great connection. Okay, let's keep it there. Ah. So, and you never know what brings joy to you. Sometimes we don't know. But this man that killed 3 people and himself, and it's a sad situation because just like homeboy that killed that elderly man walking down the street, you know, on Facebook, you know, he said he was going through something and people weren't trying to listen to him, but he said, I was trying to talk to my mom. I was trying to talk to my lady. I don't know what the situation was. You know, from my understanding, his lady was saying that she saw some homosexual stuff in his phone or whatever. So I don't really know what was going on. Hey Monty, how are you? I don't know really what was going on in his life, but he was going through something and he took it out on somebody that had nothing to do with it. Okay? But if there's any supervisors on here, any leaders on here, when I was applying for some jobs or whatever, right? So a lady contacted me to talk. I figured I wasn't going to get it because I was real. I say, when I go on interviews, I'm going to be real. I'm going to tell them exactly how, I'm more of a leader. I'm a leader and I love helping people. And if I felt that any leader that's in a situation should be willing to help an employee that's suffering. Because you can only help them to a certain degree. Not to say that you can help them all the way get through something, but you could try to do your best to help them through the situation. And to me, that's a leader. A leader's there to lead, to help, to try to help project, better situations for the employees. And a lot of leaders are not willing to do that. A lot of them just want to point the finger. A lot of them just want to write up paperwork, you know what I'm saying? And leave it as that. They're not there to help the employees. They're there to help the job. But if you signed up as a supervisor or a leader, then that means that you should be helping in other areas to help your employees to progress. You should be willing to help them to progress. And I just think a lot of people they're not willing to do it. They're just not. For whatever reason. So I will say rest in peace to those that were in that tragic incident. Including him, because I know he didn't, he just probably couldn't deal with it at the time. And like I said, I know for a simple fact, I left because I didn't want anything to end up that way. I said, I know they playing with me. So let me go ahead and let them play with themselves. I'm going to leave. I'm exiting. You guys can play. If you want to play in this party, you can play by yourself, because I'm no longer going to be here. And as soon as I resigned, people was like, you leaving? Look, the EEO lady, she caught me in the bathroom. You the one writing me up for stuff. You helping them. Now see right there, this you agitating. You asking me in the restroom. You asking me in the restroom as the EEO, employee relations person that has to write up paperwork and stuff. You asking me in a restroom, so you're leaving? And I just said to her, like, I'm leaving. Why are you even asking me that? Why are you sitting here asking me, am I leaving? And you already know the deal. So what's the purpose of you trying to agitate the situation? And see, that's what I'm saying. People don't know. Now, what if I would have pulled out something on her right then and there and tried to attack her or whatever? Then she probably would have said, oh, well, she tried to attack me in the bathroom. Well, you antagonizing me in the bathroom. That's none of your business. You already know what's going on. Everything comes through your desk. Everything comes over. So why even ask a person in the restroom, oh, so you're gonna leave? I'm just saying, y'all, it's a sad situation what we have to go through in life. And it gets better when you start to pull yourself away from those situations and have some me time, okay? Give your supervisor the resignation. Put it on the desk and keep it moving. And watch their face be like, oh, we got to train somebody. We got to get somebody in here. Yeah, well, y'all do it without me, because I'm gone. So all I can say is I know you guys have been in and out, probably still a bad connection, but take it easy. Take it easy. Life life is a treasure, right? And it's a pleasure being on earth. But everything is not going to work out in our favor. So we have to make things work in our favor. So take it one day at a time. All right, guys. I'm out. It's getting dark. I'm about to go have me. I might come back on when I get in there. I'll see. Maybe, show y'all my little taco salad. Maybe it'll be a better connection. So I'll be back.